Hi, my name's Lucinda, and I just wanted to touch base with you. I have been so busy that I didn't realize that I put like different times and all kinds of crazy stuff for today on Thursday. So, moving forward, we're going to start in October. All right, we'll be back to it. Solange and I will do the cosmic weather report and we'll do like all kinds of other things for you. Um, I want you to know that I love you guys and I plan on attending. That's the best part. That's going to be next Thursday and the following Thursdays. We're going to start at 10 a.m. I changed all the signage, right, to 10 a.m., but I didn't change the time on all the notifications. So now I figure I'll just show up halfway through. If you guys are around, you're around. If you're not around, you're not around. And just tell you that I love you. Today, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to pull a rune for everyone because we're coming up on the beautiful. Oh, that's right. I'm reading it again. I like restudying the things that like I have that I do all the time. Anyway, so I do runes an awful lot. And so today, what I thought I would do is I would go ahead and I would pull a rune for the group for the thread. All right. Um, Friday is our Moon Mansion Magic Circle. We're going to be doing a full moon release ceremony, and it's going to be the old style that we used to do. And it'll be drumming, and it'll just be really beautiful. I would love for you to attend. That's in person on Friday night at 7:30 here at Boti Studios. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe going live for a little bit during the journey part of it, and do that part for anybody who's interested. I'm still playing with it. It might be just a pop up, but tune in. Okay, so with this full moon, I'm feeling, all right, the closure and collapse of yet another cycle. All right. So I think that what we're really going through is understanding. We're beginning to understand what our capabilities are. When we tie capabilities, the word capabilities to shadow work, those are the things that we are capable of receiving, right? That we're capable of doing and experiencing. Okay. And when you understand that, your energy allows you to let it be the way that it is. All right. So relaxing into that beautiful energy of you because you're enough. All right. This particular full moon is going to be all about for the moon mansion. Okay, so I'll do the moon mansion. All right. Oh, it's going to be the 29th. Oh, there is no 29th. Okay, so we're going to be sacred flames between flames and water. So the moon, let's see. All right. So the moon's going to cycle through and will be flames. All right. So another fire moon. And in that, we're going to do a cleansing ceremony and other things. What I want to do is want to pull a rune to support our actions moving forward. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but when it comes to moon, right? The moon cycle, and you pay attention to it and you become the cycle to where you entrain yourself to the ebb and flow of that planetary body. All right. What happens is that you begin to notice that in that cycle, you have specific seasons within the cycle, and they can get as minuscule as you would like, moment to moment, or they could have as big as you would like, cycles of thousands of years, right? The idea is to understand that during the course of the month, all right, you begin in a new month with a new moon. The new moon is in darkness, it's encapsulated in darkness, and it's shrouded. So it's almost like an egg, all right? Like you're inside this beautiful cocoon and you're ready to burst out into the world in another try, okay? In a different way. And maybe for 2 weeks, right? You're thinking about what can I do? What can I have? What can I experience? And in that, you're allowing yourself to really build the foundational road, be driven by inspired action, tune in to your intuition, and really allow yourself to move forward into the direction of your intention. All right. So you get to the gibbous moon. The gibbous is between the new moon and the full moon. And this is only a 2 week period that this takes place, all right, for your month. So the first week and a little bit in, so about 10 days in after the new moon, you're in a gibbous moon. That's where you get to go ahead and push it out just a little bit more. Like, hey, remember, universe, this is what I'd like. All right. And then at the full moon, it's time for you to let go of that container completely, to let go of that container completely. Whatever it is that you're asking for to experience or anything like that. When it comes to fullness, all right, you're in like the middle of the cycle. That's 2 weeks, all right? So in that period, you have filled your bucket so full with so many ideas and so many emotions, so many feelings, so many judgments, just a lot of stuff, right? So now it's time to release all of that because maybe you haven't received exactly what it is you asked for because we fine tune it on the way in and it changes. That's why. Anyway, so now you're at the full moon, time to let go of it, right? Doing fire ceremonies, burying stuff like that, things that show you that you are actually tangibly releasing an old story, all right? That's kind of like what it is. Now, for the next 2 weeks, because you still have 2 weeks in your 28-day cycle, right? So for the next 2 weeks, you're going to move down to a different gibbous, a waning gibbous, and that one's going to be like, yeah, I can let go of it. So for that first week after your full moon, you're still letting go of the stuff that you believe keeps you in limitation from that which you would like, what you would like to experience, all that. All right. So then you go down and it brings you back into a new moon. And then the cycle begins again. So the cycle of the moon, right, is about building and expanding and then contracting and releasing and then doing it again. It's very cyclic. And when you start to practice the cycle, you go into reciprocation of your energy field because we're very connective. All right. Okay. So what I decided to do today, since I couldn't show up at the right time, was I was going to go ahead and choose a rune for anybody who shows up. And the moon, I'm going to pull my little ephemeris out because I know what the moon is. I have it written down, but I didn't think it's Sag. Here we go. The full moon is going to be in opposition. It's going to be the other side of what it is. So right now we're in nothing like being lost live, right? Nothing like that shit. Okay, so let's see. So 29th. So we're going to have fire. It's going to be, that's why we're feeling it so much. Okay. So it's going to be Aries. So Aries, so what everybody's feeling right now is that we're in that 18-month cycle of Aries and Libra. So we're looking for balance and we're looking for action. Yet we had used to look for it from others, and now we are understanding that we're the ones that have to move into that action. Okay, we have to create balance and we have to create action from inspiration. All right, so in that cycle it's going to be a fire moon and it's going to be for Aries, which is really nice because it's going to match the brand newness of this 18-month cycle that we're in that goes into like the 36-year and all that good blah cycles. Okay, patterns, we're all patterns. Okay, here's what I want to do. Here's the rune. Okay. By the way, anybody who's watching, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Starting next week on Thursday, we'll go at 10 a.m. All right. It'll match the sign on there. Okay, let's see. So this is a rune to support our Aries moon. Ooh, our Aries moon. Yes, our Aries moon release. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Okay. And it even came right side up. I like when that happens because it's like, it's easier. But here it is. This is called flow. All right. Flow. Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So flow is the name. Laguz. Okay. Laguz. Okay. 127. Oh, this is really cool. So it's called flow and it's water, that which conducts. Okay, so you know what that tells me right off the bat? The minute that you bring water into the equation and you're with fire, you have steam. So this is going to be all about spirituality. And that's what it is that you guys are releasing old paradigms and shifts about things that you used to believe a certain way, the limitations, the conditioning. Those things are unwinding for you, and you're understanding that you can incorporate more perceptions and become more of who you are and who you're meant to be. Doesn't mean that you're lacking now. It just means that you're explorative, which is really nice. You're becoming very determined as an energy, right? We're coming together and we're really looking to see what it is that we would like to do. Okay. So here's what it says: that which conducts. So you guys are you're not orchestrating everything. The universe has brought everything together for you. Now it's time for you to conduct it, right? To use your conductor stick and begin telling the universe what direction you would like the flow of energy to move into. All right. You do that by becoming it. One of the things that you can do is you can practice gratitude, become gratitude, and then it emanates around you energies, right? Practice different energy signatures. Unseen powers are active here. Powers that nourish, shape, and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, careers, and relationships. Laguz encourages you to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. Sounds like radical acceptance and surrender. Shit. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs, to the awakening of the intuitive or lunar side of your nature, right in alignment with the moon. Right in alignment with the moon. For while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us toward union and merging. That's why moon cycles are so impactful. All right. This rune often signals a time for cleansing, for revaluing, reorganizing, realigning, still in alignment. A rune of deep knowing, it may call you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self transformation. A lot of us are going into what is perceived as shadow, and as we do, being gentle with ourselves and being very forgiving for the circumstances that we were in when we created the constructs in order to survive whatever it was that we went through, being very loving and understanding and saying, yeah, thank you for showing up, because that's who shows up to your shadow work is your child. It's not you at your age right now. It's your child. Your inner child is showing up for you, saying, hey, let's get this stuff done. All right. Okay, so here we are. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive wisdom and attuning your own rhythms. A rune of the self relating rightly to the self. Laguz signifies what alchemists call the conjuring or conjectio or sacred marriage. In fairy tales, it is the end where the hero and the heroine live happily ever after. So for me, it feels kind of like the wish card, right? That you get in tarot, which is the 9 of Cups. It means that all your cups are full. You're coming from a great place. Now, you have everything that you want. Now you get to go ahead and ask for more. All right. So what I would encourage you guys to do is to really sit with what it is that you're asking for, because we're going into the full moon, and what you're asking for is going to represent things that you believe that you have to work through in order to obtain. We all are in this value system of conditioning for self-worth. And we feel a lot of the times that we have to earn it in order to receive it. And I encourage you to understand that it's inspired, the action. So when you take the inspired action, you're in alignment with what you want to experience, and you're choosing. You don't have to sacrifice. Anyway, peace, and I wish you guys many blessings. I love you. And I hope that your week is awesome. I will see you next week, 10 a.m. with Solange. All right. And thank you for tuning in today.